Oh, that reminds me, before I attack them and get killed again, it's time for some admin. Now, apologies if this is very boring for you, but it's crucial for me to understand exactly what I've got here, because it occurred to me that before I died before, I might have actually been able to use an item to save myself, and I didn't do it. I was thinking of the Homeward Bone. I'm just going to have a look at what that does. Return to last bonfire used for resting. Okay, so that might have gotten me out of a bit of a predicament, but I suppose I could have also just run back to the last bonfire as well. I was reluctant to rest at the bonfire because my recollection of that is that if you sit there, it revives all of the enemies again, and I'd just gone through a lot of them. I didn't want to go through them all again. But I could have potentially used a Homeward Bone. It looks a bit phallic, but I'm not going to go there. And that might have actually gotten me out of my last predicament. Predicament. Oh, stop. Now, I died quite a fair way in, and I'm not entirely confident in my ability to get there again without dying. But before I continue, I do want to do a stock take, just have a look at the items that I've got, see what they do to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. So the Estus Flask, that's pretty basic. I've learnt how to use that. It fills my HP. Emerald Flask from the Keeper's Soul. That's an online play item. I guess it's completely useless to me. Black Separation Crystal. Granted to banish undead. The crystals, again, I still don't know what that means. Sends Phantom back to their home or sends you back to yours. I wonder if that's an online item as well, I just don't know. Lloyd's Talisman. Talisman utilized battle. Okay, so I have read this before. What does it actually do? It blocks Estus recovery within a limited area. In the outside world, the undead are accursed creatures, and Lloyd's cleric knights are widely praised for the undead hunts. See, I'm an undead, and I use Estus flasks, so I wouldn't want that to be blocked. But if I were fighting an undead creature and they used Estus flasks, I would want to block them. So maybe I fight undead people at some point, or maybe that's another online item. But I think I have a fair idea of what that does anyway. The Homeward Boner. Really, they must have known what they were doing. That I probably should have used. Soul of Lost Undead. Used to acquire souls. I don't really understand what this is. I use this to acquire souls, so I might have to try using one at some point just to see if it just puts souls in the soul bank. Oop. Soul of a Nameless Soldier. That's also used to acquire souls. Yeah, I think I will... Oh, I'm going to keep browsing my items, but I think I might use those in a moment. Oh, can't use the controls. Copper coin. Even coins of great value in the world of men have little value in Lordran. Right, so it just seems like a bit of a relic of the past. And then the dark sign. Dark sign signifies an accursed undead, which is what I am. I'm branded with it. I die, but I don't die. And I lose all my humanity and souls. And back to the beginning. I have a handle on that. Now, we've got the keys. Key to the Dungeon of the Undead Asylum in the North. I remember that one. That was the first one I got. More keys. And Big Pilgrim's Key. Whoop. Hey. I wonder if one of those were for some of the locked doors that I came across before. Just thinking out loud, I might be completely off track. But I thought I'd use these keys as well. Okay, well that's something to bear in mind. anyway, just in case they do have a future use. I've got a club. Let's check out the weapons again. Simple wooden club. Yeah, I'm starting to get a hang of not the controls, but the timing. Now stats. It's got 87 physical. So, okay, so there's different types of attack. There's physical, magic, fire, and lightning. And I guess you can specialize in a particular type. This is just a plain physical one. But it can also do damage reduction. Physical damage reduction. And there's a parameter bonus. I'm not quite sure what they mean at this point. Durability is 238 out of 250. That probably means I can repair it. Now, the S-Talk is weaker, so I'm not really interested in that. But it can pierce an armored knight in one thrust. Can this do that? I wonder, would that actually be a better weapon? Surely not. Surely not. I don't know. Then we've got the shield with the moderate humiliation. Morningstar. Tell me more about this one. 83 physical damage. One of the more barbaric cleric weapons. Right, and it causes bleeding, so that might be a damage over time thing as well. So I might even try that out. And we have a talisman. Medium for casting miracles of the gods. Ah, miracles! That again. Standard talisman issued to common believers. Equip talisman to cast miracles. Attune miracles from scroll at a bonfire. Most miracles have a limited number of uses. Right. That sounds interesting, and I did invest in a bit of faith before. But it also sounds complex. I think I might be a simple fighty, bitey, weapony type person. Hilt of the sword was lost and found discarded in the Undead Asylum. Yes, that's just your basic starter sword. Almost want to get rid of it. I'm tempted just to try the S-Talk, even though it doesn't seem like a better weapon. Just because it says that it can pierce an armored knight in one thrust. And then we've got the Morning Star. But I'm also curious about the talisman. I'm going to leave the talisman for now, and I'm just going to give the S-Talk a try. I think. Use item? No, can't use it. But I can change order. Enter. Oh, that doesn't mean much. Well, let's go back to having a look at the items. I've completely forgotten about this one. What does that do? Small increase to HP. That doesn't stop me from dying, does it? Alright. So, I have a bit more of an idea of the items that I have. The Homewood Boner will definitely come in handy. Don't forget about the keys and these weapons. I should try a few different ones. But the club does seem to be the best one. I think I will stick with the club. But this talisman... I wonder... Can I... Oh, nope, I'm still in. Right, so I can only cycle through 2 weapons, which means I still haven't learned how to use controls properly. Change equipment. Ah, there's the other things as well. View status, let's have a look at that. Right, so that gives me my level, my stats, poison resist. I have some apparently, that's a surprise. And change equipment. Let's do that. Let's change this terrible sword for the talisman. don't know what that's done exactly. Can I put anything in here? No. I can't wield the S-Stock with current stats, but it will let me equip it. That's fascinating. So let's have a look. We can swap to the talisman. I don't know how to use it, but it's there. I've got my club. Oh, that's a really pointy weapon that I can't use. So we'll stick to the club and the shield. I'm going to move probably to the Estus Flask. Okay. Thank you for bearing with me through the admin. I am a tax auditor. Auditing is kind of what I do.